How's it going, guys? It's Lax here for Sunrise Gaming. We're going to come at you with a different video today. Those of you that watch our live streams know that I am currently living at home for the summer in order to not have to pay rent. And I have my lovely mother here today, and she's going to record a funny little video for us. So, Mom, say hi.
Hi.
She is a lovely woman, and I'm going to have her guess the names of the different characters today, and she's going to come up with her own names for them. So, let's go ahead and get started. Now, this is the first character. She is a sniper. She's a little bit older. This is just a different skin for her. She's Egyptian, and she's like really smart and kind of sassy. What do you think her name is?
Josephine.
Josephine? No. Her name is Anna Amari. So if you could name her, what would you name her?
Bathsheba.
Bathsheba? I'm not even gonna ask. Yeah, she's cool. She's like a sniper. She's a protector. She heals people and stuff like that.
Cool.
Okay. This next one is a robot. He was like, there's a thing called the Omnic Wars, and he was part of that, but he was deactivated and has since is now kind of like a good guy. So what do you think his name is? He's kind of a protector. Like, he holds the line.
He looks like that robot that was on that Disney movie.
What robot's that?
In the giant one. I would call him.
Oh, like the Iron Giant?
Yeah. Iron Giant. That's what I would call him.
I see that. Yeah, I kind of see that.
Iron Giant.
Yeah, his real name's Bastion. He's a cool guy. Let's bring up his actual skin. We like Bastion because he shoots really, really fast. But this is what he normally looks like. But I guess with that skin, he looks more like Iron Giant. I think you're right. Definitely. All right. And the next one, now, she's interesting. That's the actual character, but that's like her mech, her robot that she like fights in, and she's a international gaming star. She's from South Korea. And she is she's really sassy, and that's why everybody likes her. She's more of she's like a big tank. What do you think she's called?
Diva.
Her name is Diva. Did you read that?
No, I didn't, but
Yeah,
she looks like a
Diva,
but I was
right?
calling Diva, not
Oh, yeah, I got you.
whatever. That
Yeah.
looks like she's from Virginia or something.
No, I can't remember. This actually, it stands for something. I can't really remember, but yeah, Diva's a sassy South Korean woman. It's great.
Okay.
Now, this guy, he's cool. He's a robot ninja. So he has a brother, which we'll go to in a sec, that they ended up fighting, and his brother thought he killed him. And because of that, he had to get everything rebuilt. So he's essentially a cyborg ninja now. What do you think his name is?
Something like, Evil Black or something. He looks
Evil
pretty
Black?
evil, yeah.
He's actually not evil.
Oh,
He's actually a good guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
he just dresses like he's evil.
He just kind of dresses like that. You're right.
Okay. What would I call him?
Yeah, what would you call him?
Let me think. I would call him Black Warrior.
Black Warrior. That's cool. His name is Genji.
Okay.
It's kind of just a Japanese
That sounds
name.
like Benji the dog.
Benji the dog?
That's not very BA.
I don't know who Benji is. Now, this is his brother.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This is his brother.
Now he looks like a dog.
Yeah. That's what his like normal skin's
Oh,
like.
he looks like the guy on Milan.
Oh, you're right.
What's the
You're
guy
right.
on Milan's name?
I'm not sure.
Ascliffe.
Ascliffe, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
But what would you name him?
He looks like should be like a Chinese name.
He's Japanese.
Japanese, my bad.
He's an archer. He has a bow and
Oh,
arrow.
he's an archer.
Yeah. And some sake.
Let's call him DeVito.
DeVito? Italian?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because
Not
he's
doing
like
that.
David and David and
No.
Goliath.
They weren't Italian either. What?
Doesn't matter.
His
It's my name.
His name's Hanzo. He's the brother of
Hanzo.
Genji.
Well, if I could remember the guy's name in Mulan, I would have given him that.
No.
Okay.
All right, now this next guy is an international criminal, and
He looks like the Joker.
yeah, he kind of is. He's Australian. He lost his leg, and he's known for like bank heists and like stealing things and stuff like that. So he's also he's a junker, and he like collects junk and like sells it. But because there was like a nuclear fallout in Australia in this world, so something like that. It's kind of why he's like all like, I don't think it was nuclear. I think it was just a big explosion. But what would you call him?
Jasper.
Jasper.
Jasper the Joker. That's what he looks like. Just saying.
Jasper the Joker. Okay. His name's Junkrat.
Oh. That's not very original.
Makes sense.
I like Jasper better.
I'm not even going to comment on that, giving Junkrat a female name. Alright, now this is one of my favorite characters. I play him a lot. Yeah, he's kind of jazzy. We'll go to his actual skin.
That's Michael Jackson right there. That's MJ.
Right. So this is what he's from Brazil, and he's a hip-hop music star.
Okay, MJ.
MJ?
Yeah,
MJ. Go with MJ? Alright.
MJ.
His name is Lucio.
You don't look like a Lucio. He looks
so
like a
mad
Michael
right
Jackson.
This is like my favorite character. Get out of here. Get out of here. All right, now this next guy we like because he's good old American boy.
Oh.
He's kind of like a cowboy, and he was like an outlaw, but then the different
I bet I know what his thing stands for.
What is it? What is it, Mom? What is it?
BAMS.
What does that stand for?
I can't say the words because it's a word I don't ever say.
Oh my god. So what would you name him?
Let me think. Silverado.
Silverado? Okay.
Yeah, that's how I would call him.
Yeah, it's like a voice line like that. His name's McCree, and he has an ability called High Noon, where he comes out and he says, "It's high noon."
Okay. Sounds like you played in a lot of cowboy movies.
Yeah, kind of based off that. Now, this girl is Chinese. The problem with her is everybody thinks she's the devil because she freezes people. So when you get frozen, you can't move. So you're essentially like helpless. So she's gonna kill you no matter what if she freezes you. So nobody really likes her because of that. So we call her the devil. But what would you call her? She's kind of a nice lady. She's a scientist researcher that researches out of Alaska. That's why
she looks like the girl from Scooby Doo. What was her name? Not
Velma?
Daphne. Velma. That's
she
a Velma.
She kind of does. She's not
Velma.
Velma isn't Asian, but yeah, you kind of.
I don't care. She don't look Asian. Velma.
Okay. Yeah, she has an Asian skin. There we go. It was from the Lunar New Year.
She still looks like Velma.
Okay. All right. Her name's May.
Yeah.
Okay. May's the devil. We don't really like May.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. This next lady is Swedish, I think. And she is known for being kind of like the angel because she can resurrect you when you die. So she's kind of like, she's like a straight up healer. She's a doctor and all this. She's like a medical doctor and stuff like that. So what would you name her?
I don't know. She should have. She's a doctor.
She's a doctor.
What else does she do?
She's a combat medic, so she like heals people and she'll give them a damage boost and stuff like that. She flies around as well. See her wings? They help her fly around. She doesn't fly, but she like floats around.
Houlihan.
What?
From MASH. Remember?
What?
Hot Lips. Houlihan. She was a medic nurse. Just trust me, it was before your time.
Her name's Mercy.
Okay.
Not gonna comment on that, but okay. We'll just move on to the next one.
Ask your brother.
I'll ask my brother. So it's technically a female robot, but robots aren't really, don't have sex. But this was built.
Ramses.
Okay. I knew you were gonna do that.
Got horns.
Makes sense, I guess.
Just because I'm a Tar Heel, I can still say it's Ramses.
Okay. Well, in that case, her name is Irisa. She was built by an African engineer that was like 7. So it's like she's like the product of a prodigy. So that's pretty cool. But Ramses, okay. Now this girl is, remember Anna that we talked about at the very beginning? This is her daughter. So she is also Egyptian. And her mom calls her Fariha.
Fariha.
That's an Egyptian name, I think. So what do you think her name is?
I would call her Josephine.
Joseph. Didn't you say that for Anna as well?
Did I say that for Anna? They look a lot alike.
No?
No, she has that, like...
I think she was a fighter pilot.
What were some of the Egyptian... What was, like, the Pharaoh's wife?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Bathsheba was the one who diddled around with David, but there's another one. You know who I'm talking about? Cleopatra. That's what I would name her.
You want to go with Cleopatra?
Yes.
Her name is Farah.
Okay.
It's kind of like the colloquial version of Fariha, her actual name. So
Okay. Yeah,
I'll go with Cleopatra. That's fine. All right, now this guy, I'll ask you for his actual name, but his real name is Gabriel Reyes, and he was an Overwatch the Overwatch is like an organization that's like the point of the game. And he was kind of like he did the dark missions, like the really like under the rug type. Yeah. And so he was kind of a bad guy. The story behind him is that we don't really know what exactly happened, but he got severely injured, and like they thought he even died. And then he kind of came back in this form, and he's like not exactly 100% human. So what would you call him?
I don't know. Gabriel's a pretty good name for him.
Gotta go Gabriel. Well, he has a different now. He has like kind of like a nickname now, and it's really dark.
Oh, it's really so. It should be a darker name. He's a little
darker
bit
name.
darker.
Yeah, he's much darker now. He's obsessed with death.
Sling
Sling
Blade.
Blade? What? He has shotguns.
Whatever. It's my choice.
Okay, Sling Blade. His name's Reaper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he does look like the Grim Reaper.
That makes sense, right?
But I wasn't gonna go down that path because that seemed too ordinary.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
See? I know
Okay.
wherever I speak.
All right, now this guy, we like this guy.
2-8. No,
Huh?
08. No. I don't know. He's got something
Oh,
there.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But he's German. He's a warrior, and he's like a really big like for honor kind of guy. Like he fights for honor. He fights for people. He's a protector. He helps protect people. He carries a big blue shield that everybody hides behind.
Optimus.
Optimus.
Totally.
Okay.
He and Optimus Prime could be brothers.
That makes sense. His name's Reinhardt, and I play him a lot. What? Don't make that face at my main.
BA gang.
No,
BA gang.
look at that. Look how awesome that guy is.
I said he's BA. The name Reinhardt is not BA.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Get out of here. All right. Now this guy is the hired thug by Junkrat. Remember the guy we saw earlier?
Oh.
Junkrat hired this guy to help him run his his gang kind of deal. So he's also an international criminal. He's also like 7'3" and 600 pounds, 400, 500, something like that. What do you think his name is? Look at this tattoo.
I
You like this
know,
tattoo?
see, yeah. All I can think of is wild hogs now.
Yeah. Anything?
I don't know. No, I'm thinking of, yeah, I like wild hog for him.
Wild Hog? That's
Yeah.
actually pretty close. His real name is Roadhog.
Oh, right.
So yeah, because he drives a bike with Junkrat, and they kind of run around together. So
Okay.
yeah. All right. Now this next one is kind of like the counterpart to Gabriel Reyes, Reaper, that we talked about earlier. So he was also part of Overwatch. He like ran the organization essentially, but he was on the good side. He did the stuff that like everybody liked. But Overwatch kind of fell apart, and so like, he went into hiding. People thought he was dead. He kind of came back as this vigilante kind of guy. So
So he's like a vigilante.
yeah, he is a vigilante right now. What would you call him? He has an interesting name. And you can check out his jacket. It's pretty cool. He's definitely an American guy.
Vigilante, huh? I think I'd call him Diesel.
Diesel? That's interesting. His name is Soldier 76.
Well, that's not original.
that's-
Diesel's much more original.
That's his vigilante name. That's what he goes by. His real name is Jack Morris. So,
That's even worse.
oh my God. All right, now this girl is one of my favorites. She is Mexican. She's like 16, 17, 18, something like that. Actually, I think she's 18. I think by law they have to make them 18. And she is an international hacker. So she hacks into everything. And she has like so many people at her beck and call because she's hacked into their mainframes before. So she's Mexican. She loves her Mexican culture. And she started hacking because so many bad things were happening in her neighborhood. So what do you think her name is? What would you name her?
Medusa.
Medusa? Because of her hair?
No, more because she's into everything. If she's a
Okay.
hacker, she's right. She's into everything.
Okay.
Okay.
Her name's Sombra.
Okay.
Oh, don't make that face. We love Sombra.
No,
She's great.
Medusa's not a very good name.
All right. Now this girl is interesting. Her name, we're not gonna say her name, but she is Indian, and she's like kind of like a child prodigy. She's an engineer, sort of, I guess you could say. And she's obsessed with things being symmetrical, things being in order. So she likes building things, making sure everything's in a perfect order. Her goal is to essentially engineer the perfect society. So she makes things out of thin air and out of light and stuff like that. She like bends light to a reality. What would you
So
name her?
she's a light bender.
Sort of like she has like some actual like machines
I
that
would
help
call
her
her
with it.
Soleil, like, the sun in French.
Okay.
Soleil.
Say it
What's
again.
wrong with Soleil?
Soleil. Okay, that's kind of close. Her name's Symetra
Oh,
because she
okay.
likes things to be symmetrical.
Symmetrical.
Right? Yeah. She's
Well, I
cool.
was going to go with feline first because she's very cat-like.
Yeah, she's cool. She's little known fact. She's actually, from what they've told us about the character, she's actually on the autism spectrum.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because she's so obsessed with things being in order and stuff like that. So it kind of makes sense. All right, now this next guy is a favorite. We like him. He is Finnish or Swedish, something like that. He's an engineer, and he's obsessed with building things. He builds turrets. He gets down like health packs or armor packs for people. And he likes to drink, of course. So he builds things, and he's shorter, like he's pretty short, and he has like 12 kids.
He looks like a troll.
Kinda, yeah, kinda.
A cyborg troll.
Yeah.
Side troll.
Side troll. Well, sort of. His name's Torbjorn, or the way it's pronounced is Torbjorn.
Okay.
So that's his name. It's more of like, I think it's a Swedish or Finnish name or something like that. So that makes sense. Now this girl's cool. She's known as like the face of Overwatch because she was on like the cover and whatnot. She is British. She was a fighter pilot in like the 60s or 70s, but she like crash landed and they found her body, and she was testing a new type of aircraft, and that aircraft like was like able to like jump through time. So because of that, she ended up having this like condition where she would like come in and out of reality. So they built a little device, you can see it on her chest, that keeps her grounded in one spot, and she can control. So she can blink forward and she can like go back in time. So what would you call her? She's really fast, and she's known for being like a really speedy person. She's also a lesbian.
Okay. I
It's
think I would
a
call
joke.
her Gidget.
Gidget. Okay, that's kind of cool. I can see that.
There was really a show called Gidget. But
oh,
anyhow,
that's
that was
cool.
A long time ago. Go
Well,
ahead.
her name's Tracer, because the fighter pilot, or the fighter jet she calls like T-Racer or something like that.
Oh.
Or like that's what her name was, so she just adopted the name Tracer.
Okay.
So, yeah, we like her. She was on the cover of Overwatch, so everybody loves her. Now, this girl's interesting. She was a ballet dancer in France, and we don't know exactly what happened to her, but an evil organization called Talon, they're kind of like the antithesis to Overwatch. They took her and like brainwashed her essentially, and she actually shot and killed her husband.
Ooh.
Like after they just got married.
Ooh.
So she has like no feeling, no emotions.
Wow.
So
You better be worried.
yeah, my mom's husband's in the room, so he just got really concerned. So she's known for being like really cold, and her skin, the theory behind her skin being blue is that after she shot her husband, she didn't know how to process it, so her heart was essentially forever broken, and she doesn't have good circulation because of it. That's the theory anyway. So what would you call her? She's a sniper.
Kinsey.
Kinsey.
Yeah, I don't know why, but
After
she just
everything
looks
I
like a
just told
Kinsey.
you.
Yeah. Because I think inside of her, there's a sweetheart.
Oh
She's
yeah,
just
we
got
think
a
so
lot
at
of
least.
problems,
She was a
so
ballet dancer.
Yeah.
Her name is the Widowmaker.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what Widowmaker is in French?
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, no, I don't know what it is in
Oh.
French.
My mom used to speak French.
Yeah, I don't know what that
Lame.
is.
One of her voice lines says, "Let them eat cake."
Ah,
Pretty
I
good,
like
right?
that.
Yeah. She's one of my favorite characters.
I like that.
All right, now this guy is one of my favorites.
Orangutan.
He's a gorilla.
Oh, my bad.
He is a monkey scientist that they did genetic therapy on, so he can actually like talk and act like a human, but he's still a monkey. He's obsessed with peanut butter and car tires that he can like swing from. We love him to death. He was born actually on the moon because that's where they did the genetic testing and therapy. He's actually named after the scientist that brought him up, like his father figure essentially. So, what would you name him?
Lunar.
Lunar? That kind of makes sense, I guess. His name's Winston, just because his professor that raised him's name, like James Winston or something like that. So yeah, I know, but I like Lunar. That's kind of cool, I guess. Now this lady, whoops, wrong one. This lady is really cool. She is a Russian like not mafia kind of person, but she helps protect like the Russian leaders because Russia's a big in this story because they produce a lot of the robots. So she is like she's a weightlifter turned fighter for the Russian army, and she's very proud of her heritage. So what would you name her?
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Russian, huh?
She's a big Russian woman. She
She's
fights.
BA Russian.
She fights for Mother Russia.
She fights for Mother Russia.
Yes. I mean, look at those guns.
Yeah, she's pretty built. There was that actress. She had the silver hair. She was real tall, really buff. What was her name? That's who I'm thinking of. She played.
I have no idea
I think she was in maybe one of the Rocky movies. But anyhow, do you know who I'm talking about?
I do not know what you're talking about.
Okay, let me think. I would say Katarina.
Katarina. You get Katarina from this. Well, her name is Zarya.
Okay.
Don't make the face at Zarya; she'll pummel you. Yeah, she's
I think
an
she'd
injured.
like Katarina better.
Yeah,
just
maybe.
saying.
Now this guy's cool. He is a Omnic. So this is part of the reason that there's such a war going on in this universe is that people believe that guys like this are bad. Now, these kind of Omnics are the ones that have reached some kind of tranquility or zen. So they're aware of who they are, but they're just trying to figure things out. So a bunch of them ran away to Nepal to meditate, essentially. And his like master or mentor got murdered actually by Zewihomekar. And so Zenyatta, oh shit, my bad.
That's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I wouldn't have picked that.
Yeah. But what would you name him?
Brigitte Nielsen,
Okay.
that was her name.
What would you name him?
Well, he's a little bit like bug looking.
Bug looking?
Yeah, his head is
Oh
a
my
little
God.
bit, but the balls dancing around him. What are those?
He's a very tranquil person. It's like
he's very tranquil.
I don't really know the story behind the balls, but I mean they're his weapons. It's what he throws at people to like do
okay.
damage. But I'm not really sure
But he's more
what the
zen
story is
than
behind.
he
Yeah.
is anything else.
Yeah.
Hmm. And it's called an Omnicon?
Omnic.
Omnic? I would call him Dolly Omnic.
Dolly Omnic.
Yeah, like the
That's-
Dalai Lama, but
yeah.
he's Dolly Omnic because you said he's very zen.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. Yeah, his real name's Zenyatta, so it kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the different characters that we play with. Which one would you say is your favorite? Which one do you like the best?
Just based on what you
Yeah,
told
just
me?
based on what I told you, and like which ones you saw and whatnot.
Um. Mai was a bad one, wasn't she?
May. She's nice and she's a scientist, but we call her the devil just because the way she plays is really annoying.
Yeah. I kind of like Diva.
You like Diva?
I kind of like her, but I will say, I think it was Reinhardt. Who was the one that was, I said Optimus. Is that Reinhardt?
Reinhardt, yeah.
I really
You like Reinhardt?
him. Yeah.
I play him a lot.
Oh, do
Like, that's
ya?
like my main guy.
I
yeah.
like him. He's like Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
Always been one of my favorites.
Which one do you think my brother plays the most?
Cliff
Yeah.
McCree.
No.
No.
No, he mainly plays Farah, and he played Anna for a long time, and he started to play Zarya a lot too.
Oh yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, right. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
the blonde, I could see that. Yeah, I can see that. But now I would have thought he would have picked like maybe Roadhog or something.
He played Roadhog for a while. Not
See? I know my children.
not so much anymore.
Okay.
All right. That'll do it for us here at Sunrise Gaming. That was my wonderful mom here going over the different characters and her opinion on them. She really likes Reinhardt, as we can see, and Diva as well. So thank you guys for watching. You can find us on Twitter at sunrise_gaming1, and you can watch our live stream starting at 9 p.m. almost every night at twitch.tv/sunrise_gaming91. Say bye, Mom.
Bye.
Bye, guys.